Hello to everybody, and like previous years, this year also we will be celebrating World Tourism Day on 27th September. So this year the theme of World Tourism Day is tourism and rural development. So friends, all of you know, due to the sudden development globally, what I want to say is that due to the pandemic, throughout the world, tourism suffered or losses heavily. So the loss of the tourism sector is unaccountable. Then what kind of new products will have to be represented to the global tourism? So that will have to be understood. So keeping in view about the present circumstance and situations, very pertinently it has been decided this year, the theme, as I already told, is tourism and rural development. Once again I want to say, friends, the global pandemic due to COVID-19 will not be a lingering problem. Today, tomorrow this will have to be go, and this will go our way, and we are very hopeful the vaccine will be coming to the market in the end of the year or in the first part of the next year. So once the vaccine come to the market and people get the vaccine and normalcy come back in your life, then situation will be completely different. Once again, tourism will be flourishing and there will be a lot of activities in the tourism sector. But having said that, I want to tell, immediately after the pandemic, the so-called popular destinations, enjoying the popular destinations in tourism sector may not be possible that way, as we used to see in earlier times. At least for the next 1 or 2 years, the situation will be a little bit in a controlled manner. Friends, as you know that during the time of lockdown, we are all at home. Virtually, it is a kind of imprisonment to prevent the disease. We kept ourselves within the four walls. It was a kind of cut off from the rest of the world. Life was completely cut off from the rest of the world, and our life was actually within the four walls. So, continuously living in such conditions always have a kind of negative impact on our life, on our mind, on our psychology. People become quite claustrophobic and they want to go out and they want to enjoy the nature, and they want to go to the rural areas to explore the folklores, nature, wildlife, and the people, how they are living in the rural areas. So tourism will be there, but this tourism supposed to be much more rural oriented, because once you go out to the rural areas, amidst the greenery, in the lap of the nature, you will be having a lot of fresh air, you will be rejuvenated, you will be able to rejuvenate yourself due to the close proximity of the nature, the simple life and simplicity of the folk of the village. So that will be the completely different kind of tourism. So I mean, for the coming years, this rural tourism will get much more importance. And as far as our country is concerned, everybody knows India's soul is lying in the rural areas. We are not actually urban based civilizations. The main core, the main self of our civilizations actually lies in rural areas. Our traditions based on rural areas, our cultural entities based on rural areas. Basically, India is predominated by the rural self and rural entities. We cannot divide ourselves between the rurals and urban cultures, because rural cultures actually our main entity. So this is the biggest scope, keeping in mind about this year's theme of World Tourism Day, tourism and the rural development. So all the stakeholders, state governments plus other industries related with the tourism promotional activities should come forward, and they should promote the tourism in rural areas, or they should promote rural tourism. It has a tremendous scope, tremendous potentials, and of late lot of infrastructure also developed in rural areas. Especially one might not be getting that kind of urban based hotels kind of facility, but there is a homestay facilities are there, and there are certain stakeholders who are having the establishments, beautiful establishments, and they made these establishments with all the natural resources, local natural resources like a bamboo hut or treetop houses. So I mean, those kind of establishments for staying are quite enjoyable. Altogether, rural tourism in our country has a tremendous scope, and very fast it is growing up. So friends, once again I am telling that all of us should promote our indigenous culture, our entity, because I am reiterating the fact that India's 87% population still living in rural areas, and then rural entity matters a lot to us as far as we Indians are concerned. So as you know that how important is rural tourism in a country. So I don't want to extend or elaborate more, because there are a lot of other resource persons in the panel. They'll be discussing the matter very nicely. So friends, thank you once again. Stay safe, stay healthy. Thank you. Thank you so much.
I congratulate Incredible India and Betikram Masdo for this initiative to promote rural tourism in India. As you all know, India lives in her villages. India is primarily an agrarian society, and the larger portion of its population lives in the villages. So if we have to see real India, we must go to India's villages. Unfortunately, up till now, most of our tourism is concentrated in the cities, and it is urban oriented. But now the time has come for a change, because the variety and the richness you will find in Indian villages, you will surely not find in the urban concrete jungles of the cities. Let's take, for example, the northeast of India. Every village in each of the 8 states of Northeast: Arunachal Pradesh, Assam, Manipur, Mizoram, Meghalaya, Nagaland, Sikkim, Tripura. All these states, their villages are unique. Somewhere you will find orange gardens, somewhere you will find snow-capped hills, and somewhere you will find, sprawling rivers and waterfalls. It's really divergent. And even if you travel for years together, you will not be able to, complete seeing all the villages, the beautiful villages, the rich villages, the exquisite villages of the Northeast. So, the government, the civil society, and all the organizations and outfits who are working for promotion of tourism should now take a note of this fact and try to promote tourism in the rural areas in a big way. But while doing so, we must keep in mind that it should actually bring extra income to the villages, and it should be able to improve the living standard of the villages. If we talk of Mawlynnong, which is the cleanest village of Asia, the local people there, the villagers, have organized the tourism to Mawlynnong in such a way that it has become a tourist delight. When you go to see the village, you have really sprawling, clean footpath to take a walk on. You get nice food, the ethnic food there, and now I believe there is provision for accommodation for tourists who come from distant places to stay there and enjoy the beauty of the place. It also must be noted that the local people, the local population in the villages are not exploited, and never should there be any occasion for creating pollution or problems for the village. A lot of our tourists, they go to a place and they throw garbage, plastic bags, Tetra packs, the mineral water bottles, and this causes a lot of pollution in the rural areas, the pristine areas where nature reigns supreme. Moreover, some people cause noise pollution by playing loud music. Sometimes we also cause pollution by emission from our vehicles. So all this needs to be checked, and there shouldn't be any opportunity for complaints from the rural people. So the last word that I want to convey is that the beauty of India lies in the rural areas, and we must have tourists moving to the villages and enjoy the vastness of the country, the rich tradition, and the different flavors of food, the different colors of attire, and the different music of the dances and songs in these areas. I wish Incredible India and Betikram Masdo all the best in their mission to promote rural tourism, and I wish the tourism industry as a whole good luck, especially after the pandemic period. Things are slowly opening up, and all of us should be back into business, back into action, and go out as tourists and enjoy the richness of nature and the beautiful land that is India. Thank you very much.
Hi. At the very outset, I'd like to thank Betikram Group for celebrating World Tourism Day in association with India Tourism and Incredible India in the digital platform. The theme for 2020 is rural tourism, and I feel the theme is the need of the hour for tourism industry to survive post-COVID. I'm very sorry to see the industry, which was booming pre-COVID, suddenly going down the curve, and many of my friends who are into this business shifting their business. If my memory serves me well, the Assam government rolled out a rural homestay scheme in the year 2017, the name of Amar Alohi, that aimed to promote and tap the tourism prospects in rural and semi-urban areas, besides creating job opportunities, which was a positive sign. The basic idea of rural tourism is to provide clean and affordable stay for tourists, including an opportunity for foreign tourists to stay with local people, local families, and experience the local customs and traditions and release authentic local cuisine. Rural tourism will empower local communities by creating tourism-related employment and distribute economic benefits. Many villages are favorable for rural homestays and which can facilitate tourism because most of the villagers are very hospitable and eager to welcome visitors. I feel the rural tourism will boost the economy to a great extent, as many people will prefer to visit local places within the state or within the radius of 100 kilometers of neighboring states, and which can be explored by road in their own private vehicles. I would love you all to explore the areas of Dima Hasao, BTAD, the Karbi Anglong, mainly the views you find while traveling to Jatinga. It's very scenic, and I'm sure you will be mesmerized by its beauty. I once again thank Betikram Group and wish you all a very happy World Tourism Day. Thank you.
Hello everyone, Namaskar. My name is Prabhahan Pujari. I am a lecturer of Travel and Tourism Studies doing in Mumbai, senior lecturer, and also doing for the Assam and Northeast tourism industry since 2014, and it's my really a pleasure and honor to be here to say a few words about this year's World Tourism Day 2020's theme. So we all know that due to COVID pandemic 2019, COVID-19, so the tourism industry is the worst affected in the world, and we actually don't know when and how we will revive, like earlier basis. And tourism, we are hoping that tourism will continue soon, but still it's a big question mark then that like how it will get revived, and since it's a global pandemic and tourism industry is the first and last industry, means who suffered on a very first basis, and we are the only one who will recover also on the last basis. So it's a bit confused now, but still we are working. We are hoping that we will be coming back. But this year, like in the World Tourism Day theme, we are as usual virtually online or maintaining all COVID protocols. We are celebrating the World Tourism Day celebrations 2020, which is always means there is a program hosted by UNWTO, United Nations World Tourism Organization, every year. So this year, the UNWTO has specially marked a theme called as tourism and rural development. Every year there is a theme regarding World Tourism Day, and this year it has been marked as, it has been decided to celebrate WTD on the tourism and rural development. And for the first time, there are 5 hosting countries. Every year there is a one hosting country, and this year 2020, for the first time ever, it's happening in the 5 hosting countries, which are generally, actually it's called as Argentina, Brazil, Paraguay, Uruguay and Chile. These 5 countries, for the first time ever, it's happening in the 5 hosting countries. And particularly these countries, they are developing in tourism, and not so much developed also, but they are developing. And especially the rural tourism is very much famous in those countries. So to revive back the tourism industry, to revive back our day-to-day tourism revenue throughout the world, okay, but now we are utmost trying that very soon the tourism industry will be back. And regarding this tourism and rural development, like village tourism or rural tourism is now one of the very popular kind of tourism in the world, okay, not only in the other parts of the world, but I would like to specify about India also, because India is playing a very vital part in rural tourism or village tourism, because India is very much known for rural life. Many foreign tourists, they come to India to explore the rural destinations of our country. Each and every state we have a different culture, different traditions, different lifestyle, which represents the entire rural life of the state. So people generally enjoy, they come and like they do at the stopover point at some rural destinations. And even our Ministry of Tourism, Government of India and our other state tourism departments also, they are primarily now focusing on these rural tourism destinations, and they are adopting some villages. They are adopting some beautiful villages which can be converted into tourism destinations, especially for tourists. Why they are adopting that? Because if they adopt that particular village, the tourists can come and get all the basic facilities which they need actually, but they will enjoy the real rural life. However, the rural people, they used to spend their life on daily basis. Same flavor the foreign tourist or the domestic tourist will also get, but with some basic facilities. That's why government is adopting some villages. Okay, in India now there are many rural tourism destinations where tourists are going, and like even the post-pandemic also, people will think about some pollution-free destinations. People will think about some less population destinations. People will think about the places which have recorded less COVID cases. So this time also we are very much focusing on development and rural tourism or village tourism, so that people can come and understand their life, they understand the lifestyle of the people, how they wear, how they stay, the traditional local cuisine, the ethnic cuisine of the particular place, and even your traditional huts and all, how to the bamboo forest, even some local tour, village tour, okay, with the tourist guides. It will be a very beautiful opportunity if we assign some tourist guides to those rural destinations. So bullock cart ride, tractor ride, even there are many opportunities are there. So particularly we are now the tourism industry, and we are primarily focusing on rural tourism development. Even in the northeast part of our country is blessed with rural tourism. If you go to Meghalaya, Molingdong village, it's a perfect example, not only in northeast, but it's a perfect example through the entire world that for being a Asia's cleanest village, which is also called as God's own country. So there is an ecotourism destination. It can be also converted into ecotourism destination for less population and less pollution, plastic-free zones, smoke-free environment. Okay, so Molingdong is the perfect example. Even we can given one more example in Meghalaya, which is called as Kongtong village. It's also called as tuning village of India. Every person in that village is specified, is named after a specific tune. So if I want to call someone in that village, I have to use a tune. Okay, not for the tourists, but they're local people. They use those tunes to call a particular people of that village. So it's a very unique USP. These are USP, unique selling products, which we can sell. Even in Assam, we have many tourist villages like in Kaziranga. It's a perfect place for promoting rural tourism destination. We have Kaziranga Orchid Garden, tea gardens, the village, tremendous support from local people from Kaziranga. They are also thinking that since 6-7 months it's totally stopped the tourism, then how can we revive? So they are also very much supporting to have a rural tourism immediately with the wildlife tourism in the Kaziranga. So we have some beautiful villages, many beautiful villages we have in Kaziranga. Even in the Goalpara side also we have Rangsapara tourist village, which is also called as one of the cleanest villages in Assam. Okay, so we have like many examples in our country, like Tora Eco Resorts and village tourism in Sundarbans, Bengal. We have beautiful Shantiniketan in Bengal, and again we have Koraput Valley in Orissa, which is very famous for ecotourism destination. We have again some very beautiful places like Grassroots in Maharashtra. There is a place called Purushwari area, and it's a combined area, which is they are very much popular for this kind of rural tourism destinations. Okay, so we have we have many opportunities to develop the rural tourism, and rural tourism India, which is actually it's a secret kept behind the incredible India. So we suggest that tourists will definitely explore the real lifestyle, because continuous 6 to 7 months lockdown period after COVID-19, people are thinking where to go, how to go. But yes, all the state tourism departments are doing properly their work, and very soon all the state tourism departments will be coming up with the SOPs. I think some of the tourism department has already started the tourism in India, but the rest of the states will also start the tourism very soon with the SOPs and all. And we have to take care of the tourists. We have to invite the tourist again, and the tour operators, travel agencies, the hotels, resorts, everyone have to assure safety and security to the tourists till the vaccine arrives. We are all waiting for a vaccine, but we hope that it will arrive soon. And before that, we have to take care each and every part of the tourist, and regarding the safety and security, medical checkups and all regarding these things. So there will be different SOPs will be coming very soon from the government side, and we generally hope that it will really work. And in this occasion of World Tourism Day, all the state tourism department, all countries are celebrating World Tourism Day this year, even in virtually or maintaining COVID protocols also they are celebrating. And we hope that from this World Tourism Day, everyone will discuss about the particular key focuses, will focus on key issues, and definitely will be coming back with the tourism. And even Assam Tourism Department also has played a very important role yesterday by arranging the Awesome Assam Tourism Enclave 2020, where all the senior dignitaries of the government and along with the Chief Minister of Assam has promised all of us that the tourism will be definitely coming back, and we all are doing work hard because the tourism is pride of our state, it's a pride of our country, and it's a pride of our world. So it's a world largest industry, and world largest industry, it cannot be stopped for long. It will definitely continue, and with all of your support, the tourism industry will be definitely starting again and again, and we hope that everything will be on track. And this year, rural tourism, at least I would like to request all of you that someone, if you can research about some rural tourism destination, if you can suggest some beautiful rural tourism destination which can be promoted into tourism destination, you are most welcome to share all the views and all. So I'm very much thankful that I've been invited by Bactikram Group, Dr. Somen Bharatia, who is taking the tremendous your steps regarding the tourism, the revival of tourism, and on the special occasion of World Tourism Day, he has invited me to speak a few words. So thank you very much. Thank you everyone, and we support rural tourism development, we support the local products. So definitely we'll be going ahead, and I wish you all a very happy World Tourism Day 2020, and stay safe, take care everyone. And today, like, it's we are going through some bad days, but tomorrow definitely it will be a brighter day, because bad days doesn't last for long. Okay, so take care all of you, see you soon, and we are hoping for a better and brighter tourism ahead. Thank you very much. Thank you everyone. Namaskar.
Namaskar, মই জুপিতৰ আভূঞা। Today is World Tourism Day, আৰু এইবাৰ World Tourismৰ থিম হৈছে Rural Tourism Development. So it's a very good idea, very good step. খুব সুন্দৰ পদক্ষেপ তেওঁলোকে হাতত লৈছে, গতিকে আশা কৰিছো সুন্দৰভাৱে সফল হ'ব। All the very best, and yes, special thanks to Bactikram Group and Incredible India. Thank you.
গ্রাম ছাড়া ওই রাঙা মাটির পথ আমার মন ভুলায় রে, ওরে কার পানে মন হাত বাড়িয়ে লুটিয়ে যায় ধুলায় রে, আমার মন ভুলায় রে। গ্রাম ছাড়া ওই রাঙা মাটির পথ আমার মন ভুলায় রে। এই গ্রামগুলোর রাঙামাটির পথ হোক কিংবা ধুলোময় পথ, সেখানকার ছোট ছোট কুটিরগুলো হোক কিংবা কোনো শ্যাওলা ধরা দীঘল পুকুর হোক, সেই গ্রামের সাধারণ খেটে খাওয়া মানুষগুলোর জীবনযাত্রাই হোক, সেই গ্রামগুলোর উপর নির্ভর করেই কিন্তু দাঁড়িয়ে আছে আমাদের এই কৃষিভিত্তিক ভারতবর্ষ। এবং সে কথা বহুদিন আগে কিন্তু আমাদের রবীন্দ্রনাথ বুঝতে পেরেছিলেন। তাই শান্তিনিকেতনের মতো একটা বিশাল বিপুল কর্মক্ষেত্র তিনি কিন্তু কলকাতা শহরে নয়, স্থাপন করেছিলেন কলকাতা থেকে 100 মাইল দূরে বোলপুর শহরে। এবং আজ দেখুন, সেই শান্তিনিকেতন পর্যটন কেন্দ্রের এক বিশাল বিপুল কেন্দ্র হয়ে উঠেছে, যেখানে ছুটে আসছেন পৃথিবীর বিভিন্ন প্রান্ত থেকে নানা মানুষেরা। সেখানকার লোকসংস্কৃতি, সেখানকার হস্তশিল্পর চর্চা প্রতিদিন ছড়াচ্ছে লোকের মুখে মুখে। সেখানকার পৌষ মেলা বিশ্ববিখ্যাত হয়ে উঠেছে। এই পৃথিবীর বিভিন্ন প্রান্ত থেকে যারা ছুটে আসছেন, যারা দেখতে আসছেন এই লোকসংস্কৃতিকে, এই হস্তশিল্পকে, এই মেলাকে, শান্তিনিকেতনকে আরো গভীরভাবে জানতে পারছেন। সেখানকার পর্যটন কেন্দ্রের উপর নির্ভর করে কিন্তু বেঁচে রয়েছেন সেখানকার বহু বহু লোক, জীবন ধারণ করছেন সেই পর্যটন কেন্দ্রকে মূল লক্ষ্য করে। আমাদের এই উত্তর পূর্বাঞ্চলে ঈশ্বর কিন্তু অঢেলভাবে নৈসর্গিক রূপে সাজিয়ে দিয়েছেন। সেখানে কোথাও সারি সারি পাহাড়ের চূড়োয় সাজছে মেঘের মালা, মেঘের মুকুট, কোথাও বইছে সোনালি ধানের বন্যা, কোথাও রং বেরঙের অর্কিড ফুটছে, তো কোথাও সেই মেঘলার চাদরে রঙিন ফুল ফুটছে। সেই বিভিন্ন রঙিন সাজ পোশাক, সেই পাহাড়ি সংস্কৃতি, সমতলের সংস্কৃতি, আমাদের সেই গভীর নদীর সংস্কৃতি প্রতিদিন বয়ে চলছে, প্রতিদিন বয়ে নিয়ে বেড়াচ্ছে আমাদের সেই ঐতিহ্যবাহী উত্তর পূর্বাঞ্চলের কথা। আসুন না আমরা এই উত্তর পূর্বাঞ্চলের সাধারণ গ্রামগুলো থেকে খুঁজে নেই অসাধারণত্ব কিছু। সেখানকার হস্তশিল্প আরো প্রাণ ভরে বাঁচুক, সেখানকার লোক সংস্কৃতি প্রাণ ভরে বাঁচুক, প্রাণ ভরে নিঃশ্বাস নেই, স্বনির্ভর হয়ে উঠুক আমাদের সেই ছোট ছোট গ্রামগুলো, হয়ে উঠুক আমাদের পর্যটনের মূল কেন্দ্র। আমরা সবাই মিলে এই চেষ্টাটুকু কিন্তু করতে পারি, এবং আমি ভীষণভাবে ধন্যবাদ জানাচ্ছি, ভীষণভাবে সাধুবাদ জানাচ্ছি ইনক্রেডিবল ইন্ডিয়া এবং ব্যতিক্রম মাস্টার পক্ষ থেকে এই রুরাল ট্যুরিজম বা গ্রামীণ সেই পর্যটনকে যে আবার সেই সচেষ্ট করে তুলতে এরা সাহায্য করছেন, এরা উদ্যোগী হয়েছেন, তার জন্য আমার অনেক অনেক ধন্যবাদ, আমার অনেক অনেক সাধুবাদ সেই পুরো আয়োজনটা নিয়ে। চলুন আমরা সবাই সঙ্গে মিলে এই গ্রামগুলোকে এগিয়ে দিই। গ্রামগুলো বাঁচলে আমাদের ভারতবর্ষ আরো অনেক বেশি মজবুত হয়ে উঠবে। তারা বেঁচে থাক, তাদের জীবনযাত্রা, সাধারণ জীবনযাত্রাকে আমরা ছড়িয়ে ছিটিয়ে দেই পৃথিবীর নানা প্রান্তে। পৃথিবীর নানা প্রান্ত থেকে ছুটে আসুক আমাদের গ্রামগুলো দেখতে হাজার হাজার লোক। সত্যিটাই সেরকমটা সেই উদ্যোগ নিয়ে যখন কাজটা শুরু হয়েছে, আমি অনেক অনেক শুভকামনা রাখছি এই উদ্যোগের ক্ষেত্রে। কবির কথা দিয়েই তবে শেষ করতে হয়, বহুদিন ধরে বহু ক্রোশ দূরে, বহু ব্যয় করি বহু পথ ঘুরে, দেখিতে গিয়াছি পর্বতমালা, দেখিতে গিয়াছি সিন্ধু, দেখা হয় নাই চক্ষু মেলিয়া, ঘর হতে শুধু দুই পা ফেলিয়া, একটি ধানের শীষের উপর একটি শিশির বিন্দু। আমাদের সেই গ্রামগুলো খুব কাছেই রয়েছে, আসুন তাদের আবার নতুন করে নতুন চোখে আবিষ্কার করি। ধন্যবাদ।
Hello all, on this World Tourism Day celebration 2020, I wish healthy and safety for you and your family. I, Rajshri Bhargava, Administrative Coordinator of University Institute of Tourism and Hospitality Management of Chandigarh University, join you in the celebration of World Tourism Day to promote rural development through the tourism. The theme, which is decided by the UNWTO Tourism and the Rural Development, aims to provide job and economic development and empowerment, including the women and youth, and the tourism is the only one which is going to give the opportunity to the rural communities to protect and promote their natural resources and the cultural heritage. So before we start we explain what is the rural tourism and rural development. So rural areas are included a stretch of inland or coastal countryside which include small town and village where the main part of the area is used for the agriculture, forestry, aquatic culture and the fisheries and the natural reserves these are the basically making that rural area. And once the people who are visiting to these rural area, we are generally calling it the rural tourism. So rural tourism that showcase the rural life, art, culture and the heritage at the rural location.
Namaste. My name is Sandeep Patlan and I am the Faculty of Tourism and Hospitality Management working with Chandigarh University. As we all know that this year tourism theme is tourism and rural development, and from my personal point of view, like UNWTO, United Nations World Tourism Organization has taken a very, you can say, a very great initiative by involving tourism or by involving rural tourism or rural development in their theme. They have given a special focus to rural tourism this year. And as far as Indian scenario is concerned, as far as like Indian system is concerned, or Indian tourism is concerned, rural tourism, or there is a huge opportunity. There is a vast opportunity in the field of rural tourism in India, as maximum population lives in rural areas. Our maximum youngsters are in rural areas, and after COVID-19 or after this it's a pandemic, we have lost so many jobs. People have lost their income source. So tourism is one of the most hampered industry and most effective industry. So to revive this industry, tourism or rural tourism, I think it's a place where we need to work hard, but say like a good opportunity. As we see that people go to the countries like European countries, people visit Scotland, they go to Spain, they go to France, they go to Switzerland. They go to these destinations not to enjoy their latest concept, or not to enjoy their metropolitan cities. They go there to enjoy their culture. They go there to enjoy their villages. They go to enjoy their rural areas, remote areas, to enjoy their beauty, and they learn. They enjoy the local cuisine, the local food and local culture. So in India also, India is a diverse country. Every part of India, you will find different language, different culture, different cuisine. So our main focus is we need to preserve these things. So second thing, to promote rural tourism, there is a 3-dimension model, I think, which we need to work on. Like first dimension or first angle is host community. Host community means the local player or local people or local rural people. So we need to provide them good training and development. We need to give them awareness. Yes, like agriculture is not the only source from where you can earn money. Tourism is also a good source. Tourism, if you involve yourself in tourism, you can earn good money, and it's a very simple technique. You just need to involve a little bit more in tourism. You need to preserve your culture, you need to preserve your cuisine, you need to preserve your languages. That's it. We need capacity building programs. Second is local business players. We need to motivate local business players to start some good venture, like to start local restaurant, to start work as a tour guide, so work as a local shop owners, souvenirs and all, or transportation system. And the third angle is third angle is your government. Government need to play more, or their role is more crucial, because for tourism, to increase tourism, we need basic infrastructure, we need connectivity, we need basic facilities, sewerage facilities, or we can say accommodations and road transportation, and proper, you can say, safety and security of tourists. So this is the role of government. So if we combine all these factors, like host community, local business player and government, so I think we can do wonders as a part of or in the field of rural tourism, because maximum foreigners or maximum foreign tourists or inbound tourists come to India to enjoy our culture, to enjoy our cuisine, to enjoy our heritage. And rural tourism, it's a opportunity. It's a opportunity for our youngsters, and it's an opportunity to earn or to revive our GDP. So this is all what I want to say. Thank you so much. Namaste.
Hi everybody, my name is Shana. I'm working as an assistant professor in the Chandigarh University since last 2 years. So to start up with a very optimistic note, I just want to start up with that yes, on this World Tourism Day, the COVID-19 pandemic has really spoken up the chance to rediscover the fate of the tourism industry. This will add up to the improvement of the various number of the objectives, which is going to include that yes, political, economical, monetary objectives of the tourism. Tourism, as we all of know, it is bringing all the people together, and with the two factors, one is the trust and the confidence factor. When we are going to consider the trust and the confidence, these are really a very two important ingredients which really help in the global cooperation, especially at this time. Yes, it is going to bring us together if you are going to focus on the tourism. The release of the 2020 with the topic of the tourism and the rural development, it is really giving a commendable and the exceptional job under the tourism industry. Why? Because it is opening the door for the rural communities also, and especially for the youngsters and the women to go for the number of the jobs. Because tourism is not a single industry, it is the amalgamation of the number of the various other industries, like food and beverage sectors is to be included under tourism, entertainment sector, all the travel agencies. If you go to the adventures, then also it will be coming under the tourism. It is going to give the employment to the local people especially, right? So just take the tourism as a blessing, right? Because it is really going to give the job opportunities to the number of the people. And if we talk about the infrastructure and the education sector, yes, the public sector has really given a task to carry out the infrastructure, which is providing the well-being for the communities, for which education is really a key. It is nowadays, it is really very important to go for the education, to give the people knowledge regarding the education. However, tourism is creating the jobs for the rural and the remote areas as well. So this sector is especially a very viable and a relevant sector that everybody is considering this sector as. So that's why this sector is giving the job opportunities to the number of the women and the youngsters also. One very other important thing, that is the digital transformation. Nowadays we know that we are living in the modern era, so digital transformation is also playing a really very greater role under the skill development, for financing of the tourism, because for developing the tourism, financing is really required. For the infrastructure development, yes, public sector has given a task to carry out all the infrastructure. As infrastructure is going to be developed, only then tourism is going to be developed. The digital transformation is really playing a very important role. If we talk about the economic diversification, yes, it is also playing a very important role, as tourism is having the greater of the share, as it is one of the services sector. So it has its major role to play in the growth and development of our economy as well. All of these ingredients, like if I talk about the skill development, financing options, infrastructure development, digital transformation, everything is to be settled up as the core recovery plans for the tourism into the rural areas and the communities, which is really helping and bringing together to help and explore the various crises, and you can say to develop the more of the tourism options to make your economy a more stronger one, right? So in the end, I just want to wish a very happy Tourism Day to all of you, to all the people, and please take the tourism as a blessing. Thank you.
I am an MBA student from Chandigarh University doing my specialization in tourism and hospitality management. As we all know that every year the World Tourism Day is celebrated on the 27th of September. So this year the theme for World Tourism Day is tourism and rural development. which will celebrate the unique role that tourism plays in providing opportunities outside of the big cities and also preserving the cultural and natural heritage all around the world. This year's International Day of Observation comes at a critical moment, as countries around the world look forward to tourism to drive recovery, including the rural communities where the sector is a leading employer and economic pillar, providing jobs and opportunities, most notably to the women and the youth. Unity economically, socially, as well as enabling the relationship between the tourists and the locals for enriching more tourist experience. As we all know that India is the 7th largest tourist economy in the world, which provides more than 40.3 million employments in the world. Thereby, for rural tourism is the important focus of the government. The government releases numerous innovative methods like the Northeastern Handylooms and Handicrafts Development Corporation Limited for promoting the handicrafts and handylooms in the urban markets. As we all know that Assam is rich in its diversity. The richness of its art and handicrafts of Assam beautifully reflects the bountifulness of the culture. Different regions of Assam are known for its different forms of art and handicrafts. Assam is renowned for its indigenous silk fabrics, which is found in one of the most famous places of Assam known as Kwalkusi, which is also known as the Manchester of the East, in which we find different silk fabrics such as Muga, Eri and Pat. Also, we have the Nalbari district of Assam, which is famous for the traditional sunshade, which we also call it as the Japi, and which is used as a headgear by the farmers to protect themselves from the sun and the rain. We also have the Barpeta district, which is famous for its ivory carvings and brass metals. We have Majuli, which is famous for its pottery made of beaten clay. We also have the Hajo region of Kamrup district and Sartabari district, which is famous for its bell metal products such as the water pot, which we locally call as the kolho, and cymbals, which we locally call as the tals. Then we also have the craft of marks making, which is famous in the Nagaon district. So as I have already mentioned that the theme of the World Tourism Day for this year is tourism and rural development, which is going to provide job opportunities to the youth and the women notably. So thereby let's take an oath also to safeguard the habitat and endangered species of our unique tradition and culture, thereby making this world a better place to live in. Thank you.
Myself Divya Suchan. I am pursuing my MBA in Tourism and Hospitality Management. Today we are talking about the World Tourism Day. As we know that on 27 September, World Tourism Day is celebrated across the world. And if we talk about the reason celebrating this day, is that to provide, or we can say that to focus on awareness among the international community of the importance of tourism and its social, environmental, cultural as well as political value. Not from now, since 1980s, UNWTO, that is United Nations World Tourism Organization, is celebrating this day as World Tourism Day, and in 2020 edition World Tourism Day we are having the theme of tourism and rural development. As we talk about the tourism, so basically people choose those places which are quite famous for their holidays, to spend their vacation. Suppose that in summer, if you're planning for the trips, we basically prefer Goa or any other hill station which is quite famous. But the beauty of our village nowhere to be found. You have so many choices there also. You can visit, you can enjoy the lifestyle of the local people. Rural as the word itself describes that it is related to the rural areas. It is a term that is adopted by the European community and seeking the unique experience. It can include the small towns as well as villages. The main part of the area is used for agriculture, fisheries, and many others. If we talk about the types of rural tourism, it can be agri-tourism, green tourism, ecotourism, many other. Basically, agri-tourism, that is agri, the word that is related to the agriculture. It is related to the tourism product which are directly with the Assyrian tourism, staying at the farm, enjoying the meals. You can stay in a room also. You can stay in a tent also. It's up to you. And the next, if we talk about the farm tourism, the word itself describing the farm, staying in farm, it's totally related to farm. You have to eat the local cuisine, you have to stay in a hut or any tent, but you have to stay in a farm. The next is wilderness and forest tourism. Forest tourism is, we can say that it is the exploration of wilderness, natural beauty, traveling to a natural beauty, or we can say that traveling to a natural habitat of flora and fauna. It can include bird watching. Many of us, especially I know about me, that I am very attached with the nature, and I think most of us are very attached with the nature. Many people like bird watching, some like wildlife photography, so they can go for this tourism. The next is we are having a green tourism. It is basically related to the environment. Ecotourism, we are having ecotourism also. And we are having, as we are living in such a beautiful country, we are living in India, I think from Kashmir to Kanyakumari, we are having such an amazing places that I can say that it's a heaven on earth. There's so many places. So we are having many places. We can say that we are having a Kutch desert, that is Run of Kutch, that is having an artisan village. That region is also famous for the salt desert also, so that people, any tourist can experience and get an insight into village life. There are mud huts. If tourist is visiting to that places and really he or she wants to enjoy that local life of those people, they can prefer those mud huts. They can stay there, and it is owned and operated by the tourism committee as well, and also by the Hotka village people. And apart from that, we are having the Spiti Valley in Himachal Pradesh, that is famous for the Buddhist monasteries, and there are also yak safaris also, tracking in the village homestays also there. And apart from that, we are having the Sundarbans in West Bengal, we are having the grassroots in Maharashtra. There's so many places. And if we talk about the future of this, is that it provides the job opportunity for the local people, so that the local people should not migrate from one place to another place. They can earn in their own place. It also helps in the foreign exchange, and also helps in preserving the culture, and helps to provide the experience, or helps to learn the natural and helps to learn the living style of the local people for the others, as not from our Indian countries, from others also coming from the foreign countries to enjoy this lifestyle. And as India is quite famous across the world for their scenic beauties, their attraction, for their hill station, for their rivers, everything. So I prefer for everyone that sometimes instead of choosing those crowded places, choose the rural tourism also. Go and enjoy the lifestyle, go and enjoy and gain the experience, that unique experience. And if you really want to if you really want to recreate yourself, you can go. If you really want to if you really want traveling for the leisure and for your pleasure, you should choose these places. And that's all. Happy World Tourism Day to all of you. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Medha Patwari and I am pursuing my degree from Chandigarh University in Airline and Airport Management. So as we all know, World Tourism Day is coming and we celebrate this day on 27th September every year. Especially this year we have a wonderful theme which is tourism and rural development. Okay, so what is tourism? Tourism is a movement of a person or a group from one place to another for leisure and pleasure purpose. And what is rural tourism? Rural tourism is the movement of a person or a group for rural areas of a country or any place of any state. Yes, so it can't be extend to 6 months, can't be extend further for 6 months. I'm so sorry. It can be for 24 hours to 6 months, not more than that. If a person goes beyond that, it will not be called tourism. So rural tourism includes agrotourism, which is agricultural tourism, ecological tourism, adventure tourism, wine tourism, and heritage tourism, cultural tourism, right? So many of us might think why a person should think of rural tourism, or why should a person prefer rural tourism. The most important point is the rural tourism is budget friendly. No other tourism is budget friendly, only rural tourism. Rural tourism gives you a break from city life to peaceful environment. As we have many agriculture around, right? If we think of a peaceful place, what else comes to your mind? Paddy fields, northeast, Punjab, right? Even our South India, right? Rural tourism promotes the traditional cuisine, culture, traditional dress, traditional food. It includes in cuisine, yeah, right. So local development, local economic development, it will promote that also. So if our government thinks of promoting rural tourism or lifting up rural tourism, it will be the best, because it will promote economic growth, employment growth, right? And it by that our rural areas can also contribute to our GDP, which will be very much profitable. It will expand, the economic base will expand basically. So social improvement will be done. And the most beautiful thing is the art and craft, the traditional art and craft of a place, of a state, of a country. It will be promoted by this. So yeah, that's all I have to say. Thank you so much. Stay safe, stay healthy.
Hello viewers. On the occasion of World Tourism Day, let's start the topic rural tourism. Now what is rural tourism? Rural tourism which showcases the art, culture, life and food habits of the local people. It also benefits the local people through economically as well as socially. It also helps them to interact with tourists. There are different forms of rural tourism. Agriculture tourism, which helps to develop the agricultural industries. Here, the tourists used to enjoy the farming with the farmers. As for example, a tourist used to go to the field and do farming with the farmers, which he cannot do in the urban areas. Next comes the food tourism. Here, the person used to get a chance to taste the different food habits of the local people. There are different types of cuisines which also nowadays are used in the main courses of some restaurants. Next comes the cultural tourism, where the people used to enjoy the different cultures of different tribes through rituals, festivals, cultural program and different kind of activities. About Assam. Assam is a state which is situated in the northeastern part of India. It is really a beautiful state. It is naturally surrounded with many beautiful tea gardens, agricultural fields. There are lots of rural tourism which can be developed in the near future. Most of the people here are from agricultural background. There are different tribes and different cultures, different kinds of foods. Nowadays, government is also focusing on rural tourism. Assam government has started the scene. They came with different schemes for a youth. Nowadays, the village resorts are most of the famous. A youth can become the self-employed through this village resort. They can take loans from the government and they can start their own. The benefits of rural tourism. It will benefit the tourist interaction and the popularity of the place, which help in employment generation and next the exchange of the currencies of different countries, then exchange of cultures, then it will also enhance the income of the society level as well as it will benefit the business, the other small business, which will start grow up.